Welcome to the top 20 on my fantasy playlist of May the 8th, 2022. At number 20, up 10 from number 30. This is Dean Kirk resuming countdown of this fantasy playlist. A banger of a BPM and arena-sized EDM electronic dance music with a whopping drum pattern. And this is the kind of drum pattern that I like to get you out on the dance floor, get you pumped up, get the adrenaline going. The song is When I'm Gone by Katy Perry and Alesso, a Swedish DJ. Katy Perry, a star in her own right, big time. Boy, she's in another project I just found out about this morning. Been thinking about Katy Perry all day. She's just having an amazing career. When I think of Katy Perry, I always go back to the summer of 2008, watching VH1 late at night when she did her first hit, I Kissed the Girl. And this was from her first album. She had about three or four or five top 10 hit singles off the album. And there was California Girls, I believe was the name of it, the cotton candy, rainbow-hued colored video back in 2010. And oh gosh, was it last Friday night, I believe, was another one she did back in the summer of 2011. A perfect pop record. That was the thing about Katy Perry back in the day. She just had this knack, well, I'm sure working with her producers and all that, of coming up with these infectious, great lyrics, hook-filled records, but she hasn't had a hit in quite a while now over the last 4 or 5 or 6 years, but still, you can't count her out. She's 38 years old. She looks fantastic. She still commands a fast reservoir of talent, sex appeal, charisma. She exudes charisma. I mean, I'm sure you could just get caught up in the afterglow. Ambition and imagination, and I'll get into that part in just a minute because she's involved in a project I did not know about until this morning. I might have already mentioned that. All right, let's get to this song, When I'm Gone, an arena-sized dance record, that's for sure, and did well. Now, here's the thing about this record. I want to see this become a big pop hit. It has not crossed over on the pop charts. Now, granted, when Alesso created this record and Katy Perry created this record, they wanted to fill up the dance floors. Well, this song will do that. There's no doubt about that. It's a clubbing record. Oh boy, you could just club to this. I mean, you're sitting down with some drinks and a club, and this song is pumping out over the speakers. Let's get out on the dance floor. And she still has an amazing voice. She still goes skyward on her vocals, and sometimes she has a husky, almost a defiant voice. I can't think of the word. Confidence, so much confidence in her voice. It sounds like she could sound like a goddess from a mountaintop, singing proclamations, an oracle, and yet she can come down and sound vulnerable, like in songs like Teenage Dream? Yeah, actually, I heard that song today on the radio, Teenage Dream. Katy Perry, boy, I tell you what, it's like that song Beck Davis did back in the summer of 1974. I thought about this song when I was thinking about Katy Perry. The song was called One Hell of a Woman that Beck Davis did. It was a big hit then, about 48 years ago. Well, that's Katy Perry right there. Let's talk about this record now. Now, here's the thing about this. It's done well on some charts and went top 20 on the Canadian Hot Adult Contemporary charts. That's pretty good. Number 12 on the U.S. Adult Top 40 charts. That's pretty decent. That's good. That could be played. It could be played in an adult contemporary station. Went to number 22 in Hungary, but then it's been a mixed vibe about this record. It has not done well on Billboard's Hot 100. It topped out at number 90 on Billboard's Hot 100. That can't stand. And even in England and the British, now I've noticed over the years, BBC Radio 1, the British, they seem to be more open to having BPMs on their regular radio rotation than over here in the States. But even in England, the song, and Katy Perry's done well over there too. But it's only got as high as number 49 in the UK, this record. Number 54 in Canada. Now, this is complete underestimating this record, When I'm Gone by Katy Perry. Here's the history of this record. Alesso with a group of writers, and I consulted about 3 sources on this record. I'm going to try to bridge it all together as best as I can and just give you the gist of how this song came about. Alesso, the Swedish DJ, a BPM Meister, an EPM Meister, he came up with a song with a couple of songwriters. He wanted us to do a song for Katy Perry, tailor-made for Katy Perry. And his manager knew her manager, and they got together, and they said, when will Katy Perry be up to singing, to doing this record? And what would she think of doing this record? Because Katy Perry, it turned out she had a baby. I didn't know this. She had a baby a couple of years ago, Daisy Dove, with Orlando Bloom, and she's working on a musical. Well, she's in a musical right now. Boy, this is big time. Big time. And Las Vegas, it's called Play. She must have spent, she's had to spend hours working on this thing. And I'll tell you about the scope of this thing in just a minute. Well, anyway, she needed some time off because she had the baby. She's working on this play. And during that time, Alesso and his song and a group of writers, they polished up the song. They refined the song. They added some more things to it. They wanted it made for Katy Perry. Well, here's the thing. When Katy Perry heard the song, she just flipped over it. She loved it. She see this thing about Katy Perry, she loves to have fun, and she knew this song would be a lot of fun to do. Now, let me talk about, now that's basically how this song came about, and I covered all the basics there. I always have to look over my notes, see if I missed anything. All right, now here's the deal about this show that she's doing. It's called Play. She's got a residency in Las Vegas that started last year, and I think it's going to go through the rest of this year. And the show that she's doing is called Play. The play has been influenced. It's been influenced by Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Pee Wee Playhouse. It's a real fun thing. It's she's got these huge supersized objects that take on anthropomorphic proportions. She sings to like a giant teacup or to a giant toilet, and there's one part in the play where she goes down from the ceiling. She's descending from the ceiling, and she's deposited gently on a giant bed, and she's singing at one point to a giant toilet, and she's connecting with a giant toilet, and she's with a face mask. She's performing in front of a face mask, and she's singing. And at one point in the show, she's singing on top of a giant toilet roll. She's performing on top of a giant toilet roll, sitting right next to a giant toilet and a giant bath. And it's supposed to be fun. It's very tongue-in-cheek. A lot of her hit songs, she's singing some of her hit songs on this show. And it's divided up, I believe, in 4 or 5 parts that I've seen. The opening day, the first show, I don't know where it's showing now. I know it's in Las Vegas, but it was showing at a theater in Resorts World, Las Vegas. Sold out crowd the first night. 4,700 people showed up. Capacity crowd to see this show. The first 8 shows, if I got this right, the first 8 shows that she did, she added shows. I've lost count of how many shows she's going to do on this, but she got up to the first 8 shows have garnered up to about close to $7 million. The gross, $7 million, or at least close to it. And the critics are raving over this. I mean, I've read nothing but positive things about this play and about this musical, her critics. As a matter of fact, one of her critics, one of the people who praised it said that Katy Perry, she's still the queen of camp. And it's very much tongue-in-cheek. But that's part of her thing, you know, Katy Perry. That's part of her vibe. She's just got that vibe, Katy Perry. But I believe that's all I got to say about this record. About this song. The radio formats, now, trying to collect my thoughts, just bear with me. Now you know that this is not completely rehearsed. This is all in real time. The formats for this record. Adult contemporary. Yes, you can play this on adult contemporary. Just throw in a little dance music in there. You don't have to have it all dance because people get annoyed hearing a lot of dance music on the radio. I know that, unfortunately. But, every now and then, medium rotation maybe. Be nice to have it in hot rotation. Pop record. It is radio friendly. I mean, we're talking Katy Perry. And when she sings, she's almost a cappella. That's part of the hook right there. It's still a hook-filled record. This has the potential. It has the potential to be a comeback record for Katy Perry. That's the bottom line. It's at number 20. I might take it to number 1 on my fancy playlist. Yeah, I'm going to put the money where my mouth is on this. Well, it's over 10 minutes now. This video's ran over 10 minutes, so I better wrap this thing up real quick. Katy Perry and Alesso with When I'm Gone at number 20 on my fancy playlist. A buzzworthy record. Still a buzzworthy record on this fancy playlist of May the 8th, 2022.